Yo, what is good, YouTube? Is your boy Make America Lit, back with another NBA 2K22 video. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys, in my opinion, the best lockdown build in NBA 2K22 current gen. So let's just jump right into it. Now, I just want to start the video by saying this video will be longer than my usual build videos or NBA player recreation videos, just because I want to kind of go in depth of why I chose each attribute or why I chose specific parts of the build and stuff like that, right? So first of all, you're going to want to go point guard, right? Because we are going to be on the perimeter. This build will be able to play the 1 through the 3. I mean, I guess you could kind of play the 3 in part. But I mean, more so, I would consider this build like a P-lock, whereas you're going to be either guarding on ball, or you can guard, corner, or if you're playing rec or pro-am, you're going to be obviously up top in the zone or whatever like that, or you'll be the one guarding like ball if you're running like a box 1 or something like that in pro-am. For the pro-am guys, you know what I'm saying. For everybody else who just play park, or you might just play rec or whatever like that occasionally, this build is going to be able to shoot. This build is going to be able to defend. And more importantly, this build is also going to be able to finish and play make if necessary. So I know a lot of people like to choose this pie chart right here. But if you look at the stats, right, for starters, you only get good stats as far as defense go. You get a 92 steal, 85 lateral, 85 perimeter. As you can see by the little glowing lights around it or whatever, that means that those are your primary, like, best stats or whatever. And then you look, if this is a 50-50 pie chart, right, your three-point shot ain't even glowing, and your mid-range ain't even glowing, because it has to be 85 or better for it to be considered like a primary attribute or a good attribute. It's not even glowing on a 50-50, so it's like, only thing that's glowing is your free throw. To me, that's ass. Like, yeah, you get Hall of Fame defense and shooting, but it's like, that's, in my opinion, is ass, right? Then you look at the more defense than shooting pie chart. Obviously, the defense is tremendously better, because on a 50-50 pie chart, the defense was already better than the shooting. But then you look at the defense, Hall of Fame defense, regular shooting, 87 perimeter, 87 lateral, 94 steal, and then once again, the only primary good attribute you have as far as shooting is the 85 free throw. Your 3 is a 78 and your mid-range is an 80, right? But this is the pie chart that I chose for this build, which is the primary shooting and some defense pie chart. Now look at this pie chart. Not only is your mid-range, your 3, and your free throw glowing because it's a primary attribute, it's higher than 85, but then if you look down at your defense, you still got a 90 steal. Your lateral quickness is only 1 off for being glowing for the 85 threshold, and then your perimeter defense is right there for that 85 threshold as well too. So to me, quite naturally, there's no question that this is the pie chart that you want to pick, because if you look, you're still going to have good defensive stats. Like, it's not going to be as good as the primary defense and some shooting, obviously, but you can get that to those stats of 87, 87, 94. You can get kind of right there to those stats. So we'll get into that. For the speed, for the pie chart, you want to go speed. And the reason why I say you want to go speed, yes, you can go speed and vert, which will be nice for those chase down blocks and for dunks and stuff like that. But if you're going to be the defender and you're going to be guarding ball and you're going to be guarding the dudes that's just left, right, cheesing, the dribble guards or whatever you want to call them, you're going to want to be as fast as possible. You know what I'm saying? In any other build, I would consider speed and vert as an option. Even if on a slashing build or a non-slashing build, I would consider speed and vert. You know what I'm saying? Especially on like a shorter big man and stuff like that. But for this build, you want to prioritize speed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at that 89 speed, that 88 acceleration, that will go up and down as we play with our weight and our height and stuff like that. But you're still going to get a pretty good speed or whatever. You know what I mean? You're not going to have 99 like I know how some lockdowns want. But personally, I feel like you don't need 99. You don't need a 99 speed. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this. We're going to max out this. We're going to put that up. We're going to put that up. We'll put this up to 35. And then we're going to put that up to 70, giving us 6 finish. Now, the badge counts that I specifically wanted for this lockdown build. That's why I should have pressed it for, with this first. But I wanted 6 finishing, 7 playmaking, 16 shooting, and 20 defensive. Those were the thresholds that I wanted. I didn't get to the 20 defensive, but we'll get to that eventually or whatever. And then I'm going to tell you guys why I wanted each individual stat. So the mid-range we're going to leave at 81, but we'll max out the 3. And then we'll put our free throw to 75. And then we'll leave post fade giving us 16. And then we'll go to playmaking. We'll max out the pass accuracy to 74, and then we'll give us a 76 ball handle, giving us the 7 playmaking that we need. We have the 16 shooting, but like I said, we won't get to the 20 defensive. I've tried, and it's like basically a no-go on this build, not without losing attributes somewhere else. And I feel like even with 18 defensive badges, that's more than enough to do what I want to do or whatever. So I'm not really tripping about that. So you look at it, we have 6 finishing, 16 shooting, 7 playmaking, 18 defensive, right? Body shape doesn't matter, but I personally always go defined. I used to always go burly in 21 and 20, but I don't know why, but this year I've just been going defined every time. So we're going to go defined. Now, obviously, if you want to be a lockdown, you need a little bit of height to you so you can guard the position. So we're going to go up to 6'5", and it only drops your acceleration down by 1, which we're going to get that right back, right? Because we're going to bring our weight down to 178, giving us a 90 speed and an 89 acceleration. We lose a little bit of strength. We lose some interior defense, but we're 6'5", and we're going to be on the perimeter, so that interior defense doesn't even matter. We're going to have like a 78 vertical, you know what I'm saying? You add 8 to that speed, you got a 98 speed. So it's like, who even needs... You know what I'm saying? Who even needs a 99 speed? What's the difference between 99 and 98? Like, there is no real viable difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even going to notice it. Now, for the wingspan, if you care about shooting, I mean, I guess you could leave your wingspan like this, but you're a lockdown, so you kind of want to max out your wingspan. And as you can see, you benefit tremendously because, look, your perimeter goes up to an 85, which is close to that 87 that the pure defense pie chart had, right? You get an 86 lateral, which is close to that 87 once again that pure red some shooting pie chart had. And then you get a 92 steal, which is close to the 94 steal that red some shooting pie chart had. So I told you, you're going to get similar defensive stats when you fix this player up and you adjust the height and the wingspan and the weight and stuff like that. But then you also look at it, your shooting is still better than that pie chart because that shooting was like a 78 3. Maxing out the wingspan, you probably have like a 72, maybe a 73 3-point shot. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember what the mid-range was, but it was probably higher. If the 3-point shot was like 78, that means the mid-range was probably like 80. So you max out the wingspan, you probably lose like 4. So your mid-range is a 76 and your 3 is like a 72, which you can shoot with, don't get me wrong. And your defensive stats would be way better, but I feel like I can still get those stats because once I hit 98, 99 or whatever, that's going to be +4 to these stats anyway. So it's like, it doesn't even matter. You'll still get like a 96 steal. You know what I'm saying? You'll still have a 90 lateral quickness, and you'll have an 89 perimeter defense. You'll still have an 89 three ball, a 81 mid range. You know what I'm saying? A 76 drive and dunk like that. And these are the stats that matter. And this is why I chose the finishing as well too, because you're gonna have a +4. You'll have a 78 driving layup and a 76 driving dunk with like a 91 close shot. So you'll be able to finish down low. You know what I'm saying? So these are the takeovers you get. You could get lock take, sharp spot up take, and then slash and take. I'm gonna choose lock take because I want to be a lockdown, right? So I believe it comes out as 3 and D point, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, a 3 and D point. So we're going to look at these badges really quickly, and then I'm going to explain to you why I chose exactly what I chose and what I was looking to do or whatever. So we'll max the build out at 99. So for starters, right, we'll start off with playmaking. The reason why I wanted 7 playmaking specifically because This is going to be the build that I'm going to be running at the 2. I don't plan to be, even though it says 3 and D point, I don't really plan to be the 1 guard on this build. This is like a 2 guard type of build, and I could even slide in at the 3 because I'm 6'5" or whatever. You know, I could even slide in at the 3 at rec and stuff like that. In Pro-Am, maybe not too much, but in rec and in park, I'm going to be a solid 2 or whatever. So the 7 playmaking, I chose that because I would be able to get silver bullet passer, I would be able to get silver glue hands, and then I would be able to get gold quick first step. These are all the badges that I need. You know, if I'm playing off ball, I want the silver glue hand so I can catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? There's been plenty of times where I've seen somebody get be wide open, they get the ball and they fumble it or some shit, and it gives somebody chance to get over to them. Now, of course, these badges are all I guess you want to say interswappable. I guess you could switch these badges around however you like. But I feel like glue hands is essential for being a spot up, because that's what you are going to be, your off ball spot up, right? 3 and D. You're going to play defense and you're going to shoot threes. Silver bullet passer is necessary if you're playing in the 5v5 setting. You cannot play rec without bullet passer, bro. Everybody complains about the defense and about how everybody steals the passing lanes being awful. I get it, yo. The courts are small as shit. Yes, the passing lanes are awful, but guess what? You also aren't running bullet passer or needle threader. So yes, you need silver bullet passer. Silver bullet passer, I feel like, just puts the passes at a normal speed. Like, silver bullet passer is what passing was like normally in 2K21. And then if you want to get like super quick passes, you go up to gold and Hall of Fame. I rock Hall of Fame on my play shot, and I plan on rock Hall of Fame on my playmaker. So yes, that badge is definitely needed. So on silver, you'll be able to hit people in the corner. You'll be able to swing the ball at, to the hash if you're not sitting hash or whatever like that. You will still be able to move the ball without turning the ball over. You know what I'm saying? You do have a 74 ball handle and like a 70-something pass accuracy on this build. So you still will be able to move the ball. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you won't be able to move the ball at all. And then you add the goal quick first step, because remember, like I said, we have a 72 drive and dunk and a 74 drive and layup. So guess what? With goal quick first step, you will be able to beat people off the dribble with this build, man. With that goal quick first step, jab step here, pump fake there, you will be able to go straight up to the cup for a dunk or a layup. Or if you want to just stop and pop for a midi, you'll be able to do that as well on this build. I want this build as versatile as possible. I've seen plenty of 3 and Ds or spot up shooters, and they can't dribble, they can't do anything else. You don't want to be one dimensional where all you can do is spam square and shoot threes. You don't want that. Because there might be a time when you go into rec and your point guard might be ass, and now you got to run the point. And guess what? You can't run point because you didn't put your pass accuracy up. You didn't put your dribble up or anything like that. So I think with these 3 badges, you should be straight as far as like just being able to score and being able to pass. You can also take this down to silver, quick first step. And you can also throw a dimer on because you are a point guard. You could throw a bronze dimer on. You could throw a bronze bailout on, a bronze needle threader, or even a bronze special delivery, so you could throw oops and stuff like that. Or if you want, you could throw it on unpluckable and really be running the point guard position or whatever. Which in that case, I would probably bring bullet passer down to a bronze and put like a silver unpluckable on. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe a bronze quick first step. Or maybe a bronze glue hand, silver quick first step with gold unpluckable. But you have 7 playmaking badges. You can move these things around to really, whatever you feel is necessary. Like, you're going to have the very bare necessities, but you still have options. You know what I'm saying? You don't just have 1 playmaking or 2 playmaking badges where all you can do is get gold glue hands. Because I've seen way too many builds like that, and I just feel like it's just too one-dimensional, and you're just boxing yourself in. So that's why I said I needed at least 7 playmaking. Now, I'm going to back out real quick and show you the stats, right? 74 driving layup, 72 driving dunk. So the reason why I went with 6 finishing, right? Excuse me. The reason why I went with 6 finishing is because I wanted to have fearless finisher. I wanted to have posterizer. And I also want to have slithery finishes. So I was like, well, I'll go with 6. Now, with these 6, I mean, you can just go gold fearless and gold posterizer, which is nice. but I feel like that makes you a little too one-dimensional, once again, in my opinion. I rock bronze posterizer on my play shot who has a 67 drive and dunk, and he finishes dunks in traffic with just bronze posterizer. So I'm comfortable if I have a 72 drive and dunk. That's way better than a 67 drive and dunk, and I'm 6'5" versus my 6'4" play shot. So in that case, I feel like bronze posterizer is enough to get it done for me to dunk in traffic. I'm not trying to dunk on people. I'm not trying to posterize people. I'm just trying to just dunk the ball and finish at the rim. You know, there's too many times where you try to dunk the ball and it bounces out because you don't have posterizer or because somebody standing next to you has intimidated. But with bronze posterizer, you're going to finish that more often than not. I mean, if you want to go up to silver or gold, you can. But personally, if you want to make this build as versatile as possible, you want to go with the bronze posterizer, right? Fearless Finisher is another one of those badges where, you know, your mileage might vary. You know, you can go with gold, and I've rocked gold on my playmaker, but personally, I feel like I could get away with silver Fearless Finisher. So for this build, I'm going to be rocking silver Fearless Finisher, bronze posterizer. Now that gives you 3 badges that you can still move around with. You know what I'm saying? That you can do whatever you want with. Now for me, I'm definitely putting silver slithery finisher on because we know exactly how great slithery finisher is. It's always been a S tier finishing badge because it helps you avoid the contact. It was helping with people getting contact dunks because you avoid the contact. So it's just a really good badge. You know, I rocked that badge on bronze on my play shot for a while, and I've gotten like 1 or 2 like crazy acrobatic layups where I'm like moved and dodged the contact and stuff, then finished at the rim, and I thought it was nice. But I like to go up for dunks and stuff like that because I feel like dunks are more guaranteed. I feel like dunks are harder to block than layups if you get the right dunk animation. Like if you get the right one-handed like athletic flush or the quick drops off one dunk animation, you're gonna dunk that shit more often than you will get blocked. Versus a layup, the layup animations are usually getting put on the backboard, man. So silver slithery, bronze posterizer, silver fearless finisher, and that leaves you with 1 badge point. Now, with this 1 badge point, I would recommend a bevy of different badges. You could run fast twitch. I've seen people throw that on. I like that. I rock that on my glass cleaning finisher. My glass cleaner is my 1 finishing badge. Helps with putting up layups down low quickly so you don't get blocked. You could also go with Giant Slayer just because if you read the description, it says it reduces the possibility of getting blocked. So, you know, blocks are very OP in this game. You could throw it on Giant Slayer, you could throw it on Fast Twitch, you could even throw it on Acrobat, you know, to help you with those layups. Along with Fearless Finisher, you're going to finish a lot of those layups. If you want to do Euros and stuff like that, hop step layups, this will definitely be the badge for you. But I think if you want to be as versatile as possible, you want to throw this on Lob City Finisher, man, because with that 72 drive and dunk, now you're going to be able to catch oops on a fast break and stuff like that. Now you become a lob threat. My play shot with the 67 drive and dunk with no Lob City Finisher catches oops. No problem, and dunk on people's head because I have this bronze posterizer badge. But with the bronze Lob City Finisher badge, that's just going to elevate them alley-oops and elevate them dunks when you're going to finish non-stop, you know, in my opinion, with just bronze. And even in 21 and 20, people always stood by just throwing Lob City Finisher on bronze, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you're a pure slasher, you got 30 finishing, then yeah, you could throw that shit on Hall of Fame and just be OP as hell, catching every single hoop and stuff. But just to throw this on bronze, just like posterizer, to just throw this on bronze, it makes a world of difference, you know? Lob City Finisher has always been one of those, like, yo, just throw it on bronze, yo. You unlock the animations, you unlock the, you know, pretty much the ability to really catch those oops with just having it on bronze. And this right here is why I went with 6 finishing badges. You would think that, you know, hey, you need a bunch of badges and stuff like that to finish, but with the right attributes and the right badges, you could honestly get away with 6 finishing badges and still be very, very solid as a finisher. So I think with these just 4 badges, obviously, like I said, I initially wanted gold fearless and gold posterizer, but the more I played the game, the more I realized I don't need those badges gold. I can get away with silver, I can get away with bronze, and then that frees up 3 more badge points. Now I can catch oops, and now I can avoid contact and finish down low and stuff like that, right? Now, the 16 shooting, I feel like you don't really need that many shooting badges if you're going to be spotting up. Now, if I'm going to be running a point and I'm going to be the main ball handler and I'm going to be shooting and trying to score and stuff like that, then yeah, I need more than 16 because I'm going to need stuff like volume shooter and mismatch and rhythm and stop and pop and stuff like that or whatever, and difficult shots and circus threes and all of those things like that. But if you're going to be a spot up, these are the only badges you need. If I'm being honest, this right here is the only badges you need: Hall of Fame blinders, Deadeye, High Zone Hunter, and Sniper. But that's not what I'm gonna run on this build. But I'm just saying this is all you need if you want to just be a spot up or whatever, right? So for me, I'll be running Hall of Fame blinders, Hall of Fame Sniper. I'm gonna be running Gold Hot Zone. I'm gonna be running Hall of Fame Deadeye. And then this one badge, you can do whatever you want. You could either put this one badge on Bronze Corner Specialist, or you could put this one badge on Bronze Lucky 7. I mean, as a dude who's going to be primarily spotting up, I feel like you're going to use Corner Specialist more often than you will get Lucky 7 to pop. Unless you're on a good defensive team that constantly runs breaks and constantly gets constantly gets steals and stuff like that. Because once you leak out or whatever, you got a 3, put that shot up, Lucky 7 is popping. Whether it's a 3, a mid-range, as it says, gives a boost to mid-range or 3-point attempts. It doesn't matter what kind of shot. As long as it's not a layup or a dunk, you're getting that boost. But I feel like whether you shoot in 7 seconds, 10 seconds, a last second shot, you're going to get a hell of a lot more use out of Corner Specialist than you will Lucky 7. Because Lucky 7 is more determined or dependent on your team being good fast break or just good defensively, whereas Corner Specialist is going to work whether y'all suck on defense or not. Whether y'all suck on offense or not, that Corner Specialist is going to give you a boost regardless. So that's why I went with 16 shooting. Now, obviously, on this build, you can tweak it and you can go up to 26 shooting, I believe. But I don't think you need 26 to be, a solid shooter, especially when you're a 3-and-D type of player. And I care more about getting these badges. Now, on the defensive side of things, I wanted 20 defensive badges because I felt like that would have been the absolute best, especially because I wanted to run gold pickpocket. But since they nerfed pickpocket and steals and stuff like that, on-ball steals, I just don't feel like it's worth to rock it. I still get a lot of steal poke balls loose or whatever. I still get a lot of poke balls loose on my play shot, and I have a 79 steal with no pickpocket. So I think with this build, having like a 90, what steal do I have? Having a 92 steal at 99, I'm not even going to need pickpocket. You know what I'm saying? Maybe when it's in the 80s, you might want to throw a pickpocket on or something like that. But for me, I just feel like I don't really even need to run it. So I'm going to be running bronze off-ball pass, silver clamps. I'll run a bronze chase down artist. That might change. Silver interceptor. Gold pick dodger for sure. Bronze tireless defender for sure. Gold hustler is very underrated. This is a very good badge as well too. Now here's the thing. If I'm playing park, I'm probably running bronze rebound chaser so I can help my big rebounding, because I hate just leaking out, or I hate leaking out and then our big doesn't get the rebound, and then now my guy is open and stuff like that. I would prefer to come down and help my big rebound, and at least I'm still back on the court on defense. So if my big does get out rebounded and their big throws it, I can still go play defense because I came down for the rebound and I didn't leak out on the offense. You know what I'm saying? So I would put that on bronze if I'm playing park. Now, if I'm playing rec, obviously I'm not doing that. I'm staying on my man and then I'm leaking out. So you don't have to really worry about rebound chaser unless, you're playing park or whatever. Because you do have a 72 defensive rebound, and you are going to be 6'5", which means you're going to be taller than whoever you're guarding most likely. If you're guarding a guard or a play shot, you're going to be taller than him, so you're going to horse his ass anyway. And then you got like a 70-something vertical as well, so you're going to be getting up there for those rebounds. So bronze rebound chaser is definitely going to help for the park setting. But if you're playing rec or pro-am, then obviously you're going to take that off. You're not going to really mess with that at all. With that being the case, you could put on gold interceptor, gold intimidator, and then like a bronze ball stripper. Or if you want, you can put your chase down artist up to silver. This is probably exactly what I would run on this build. Gold hustler to help when you tip the ball, poke the ball or whatever. Gold interceptor to steal those passes, which you can get away with silver, but it's not anything else that I would even warrant running. I don't run menace. I don't run box, ankle braces. I mean, maybe you might want to put ankle braces on bronze in case somebody gets like a playmaking takeover or something like that. But most people aren't really choosing playmaking takeover, so that's kind of pointless as well too. Uh, yeah, post lockdown obviously not needed. Rebound chaser, pogo stick, pickpocket, worm. I just feel like none of these badges are really worth it. So, I mean, if I did take this down, I would probably end up either putting it on Chase Down Artist or I would probably put it on Tyler's Defender. But more often than not, it would just be Gold Hustler, Interceptor, Intimidator, and Pick Dodger. And then obviously Silver Chase Down, Silver Clamps, and then, you know, Bronze Off-Ball Pass with Bronze Tyler's Defender, man. So that right there has been my lockdown build for 2K22 current gen, man. Be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more NBA 2K22 content and build videos, man. I do daily uploads, double uploads as well. Upload at 10 a.m. and an upload at 1 p.m., man. So peace out.